Tambala, there was an incident. There are a number of people we arrested from Butambala because they attacked police. They attacked the police station. It is unfortunate that there were some fatalities registered, but the message is one: it is undesirable when we register any death. There are groups trying to instill fear in the population, but we would like to give them assurances and guarantees that the streets are safe.
Not all streets were safe at this village in Nankwade. At about 4 p.m. on Saturday, 17th January 2026, some residents say all hell broke loose with sounds of blasts, gunshots and tear gas fumes. Our destination in Bolinga was here at this homestead. This family has been renting this house for about a decade, and neighbors are still mourning the gruesome death by shooting of their mentor, breadwinner, father and husband. Susan's death by shooting is among isolated assault incidents that, according to victims, happened instantly and out of the blue.
Just kept beating. We didn't know what was going on. All we knew is that we had to hide for our own safety.
One of the eyewitnesses, who requested not to be on camera, says that minutes before the late was shot, a boda-boda rider dropped him off, and that then some men told them to retire off their workstation, but that as they ran away, the now deceased was shot.
As we ran off, he was behind me, and when I looked behind, I saw him on the ground bleeding.
The widow, Joyce Nabakoza, who is now stuck with 4 children, told NTV that her husband, a truck driver, made his demise after he returned to pick money from his workstation in Namave.
He said he was returning soon. He had gone to pick some money. Next thing I heard was that he was shot dead.
She says she had stopped her husband from leaving the house given the security tension then, but that he opted to wear simple open shoes he thought would not label him a criminal. The deceased brother, David Sesanga, says he could not meet Susan in time to secure his medication after he was shot because the streets were filled with armed security personnel. He intimated how some security patrol cars reportedly abandoned his brother on the street fighting for his life.
The first patrol car came with security people, looked at my brother, and they jumped back on their vehicle. And the second one did the same thing.
Sesanga says, fortunately, a Red Cross car passed by, which they stopped, and the crew aboard it attended to his brother. This grieving family says they are yet to pick courage to file a formal complaint.
We have not filed any complaint to police.
They are now seeking accountability for Susan's gruesome fatal shooting.
We want an accountability and fairness. My husband was not rioting. He was killed for no reason.
We need accountability and fairness. Because our brother was killed for nothing. He was only returning home to his family.
We drove to the scene where Luwero was shot at, and neighbors here, some of whom helped keep the deceased's national ID and driver's license, gave their account of how this tragedy unfolded.
On that
day, I stepped out to ease myself.
When I heard bursts, I rushed back into the house. I peeped through the window and saw a young man laying on the ground. I thought it was a survival tactic for young people, but then I noticed that he was fighting for his life. He was bleeding from the arms and stomach. We called people to help move him to the clinic.
Olivia Solome Kalika, the area chairperson here, whom we approached for an interview to connect the dots, requested not to be interviewed on camera. The same day, another victim, who is still traumatized at nursing injuries he sustained from the fateful day, chose anonymity as he shared his ordeal. Lucas, as we choose to call him, says he was attacked while watching the Arsenal Nottingham Forest soccer game that ended 0-0 on this day.
My arms were beaten so bad. It was a terrifying night. It is a night I don't want to ever experience again.
He says he picked courage to watch the game away from home because police had earlier assured the public that normalcy was back. Along with physical pain, Lucas says he's battling psychological traumas that keep him awake. He has also called for accountability and appealed to line authorities to always be human.
There's supposed to be some accountability to all this that happened. People that were injured, like me, I'm very sure there's some that are in prisons because I was almost taken too. So I'm wondering, is everyone in prison really supposed to be there? Because I think we need to start with that.
These were some of isolated, ugly incidents that happened after the presidential and parliamentary poll.